Hi, I'm Sandy Petersen, and we're going to talk about what exactly comes in the core game. So one of the things you get in the core game is 65 gift cards. These are the gifts that you use for your character's tech tree, basically, to level up through the game. 65 of them, different cards that are fun to get. Then we have the trooper cards. There's only 5 basic troopers in the core game. The volunteer, citizens, militia, police, army, up to the special forces. And these are the options you have. They work for any game. They're fine. Next, we're going to talk about the heroes. You get 6 heroes in the core game. Now the game is for 1 to 5 players. If you play it single player, you have to have 2. You have to run 2 characters. And so the heroes are, there's Professor Maxwell, who's kind of an old school physics professor, ballistics, and he's really good with the troopers. He can do things with troopers that no one else can do. Some of his abilities give other people troopers. He's able to have different kinds of troopers on patrol with him. He can lay down ambushes more than once. He's just good in that. He can also act as a sort of mentor and help people from another room. So they remember his sayings, and say, "Oh, I remember what to do now." So that's him. We have Naomi Jocelyn, who's been scarred by demons, trying to go and fight them. And I have a kind of a fun thing here for Naomi. When we had our figures 3D printed in China for this to show them off, and the Chinese 3D printer made a mistake, and it printed a giant Naomi. Instead of being 28 millimeter scale, she's, I don't know, colossal, right? She's like action figure size. But the cool thing is, if you look at her, look at the detail. This is intended for a 28 millimeter figure, and you're seeing a giant inflated version of her. You can see just how detailed and awesome she looks. And all the figures have this level of detail. They're you can also see this kind of like a post-apocalyptic vibe, which of course this is literally the apocalypse we're playing in. So I just think that's cool, and you can have a good look at that. There's Naomi. She's really nimble and flexible. Not necessarily the most deadly in combat, but her other abilities kind of make up for it. There's Hannah Hazard. She is a Israeli sniper who has the unique ability. She can shoot into neighboring areas instead of just the one she's in. And when she gets the ability, she can add her dice together to make one big result, which is really handy in killing certain demons. We have Terang. Terang is an Indonesian martial artist, a superstitious grad student in the U.S., and he is sort of based on my enjoyment of the movie The Raid from Indonesia. And there is also Sindru. Sindru is a registered nurse with a trained ferret, and her abilities rotate around having the ferret do things. And her weakness is based on the ferret as well. It's basically she has severe ADHD because ferrets have no attention span. So she has to move every turn whether or not she wants to. That's her weakness. And then her ferret can distract things. She also is really good because she can mess with the gift track and add new cards to it, save cards when it gets displaced. So she's really, really handy to have, and as is Professor Maxwell. So you only have one hero, one figure of each hero, obviously, and you get your hero sheet. And then we have the demons. Now there's 4 circles of basic demons, and they're all here in the core game. First is the Limbo Demons. These are sort of like a 0th circle. And technically they're not demons, they're damned souls. They're distorted. They have like a ring on their back showing that in hell they kind of hang them up like hams to cure them. And they're distorted and creepy, and they don't benefit from the Legion cards. And the Legion cards you also have, this tells you what Legion of Hell the current demons are from. These changed periodically throughout the game. So if all the demons are from Leith, the Letha Legion, for example, then when a demon injures you, you're stunned. Okay, or if the demons are from the Acheron Legion, when they exit the map, they score an extra doom. So the legions make things worse for you in different ways and add more variety to the game. But in general, the Limbo minions, the larvae, don't benefit from that. You get 10 of those. They're the most common thing you meet. There's always larvae and everything, and they're kind of like one of the functions of the larvae, though they can be dangerous. And of course, if they escape the map, you lose doom. But one of their main functions is that you can kill them and harvest courage from them, because they only have a toughness of 1, so they're not very hard to kill, and they're like a constant source of getting courage. Just above the larvae and the first true demon are the first circle demons, the Grillis. We include 6 of these, and when you kill one, you get 1 courage, just as with the larva. They're a little harder to kill. They punch a little harder than a larva. They're one of the most common demons you see, obviously, because they're only the first circle. After them is the second circle. Now we're getting into kind of scary things. The second circle demon is the Fiend. And it actually looks like a demon. The other ones, I mean, they look like medieval concepts of demons, but they aren't necessarily the modern stereotype, which I like. But this is more the stereotype, the Fiend. And the Fiend is tough. There's 4 of them in the pack, so there's not that many. And when they appear, people are concerned about it. They try to plan how to kill them. They're not necessarily that easy to kill. The easiest way to do it is to get help when you're shooting at them, because they have such a high toughness. And then the third circle demons, there's only 2 in the pack, and these are the Cacodemons. And they're pure raw chaos. They're utterly terrifying. They roll 3 10-sided dice in combat. They have a toughness of 4 plus 4, so it takes 2 dice to even hurt them, so you can't kill them early in the game. And these are a source of, every time one of these appears, everyone is considering either should we avoid it and just let it escape and not bother it, or should we devote everything to taking this guy down, and they're a big deal, the 2 of those. Now, these core sets, the Limbo, first, second, and third demons, are going to be the ones you're going to use in every pack, every game of Planet Apocalypse. But there's some extra things that you're only going to have in certain games, and these are the 4th circle demons and the lords. Because when you generate a 4th circle demon, which typically will happen maybe 2 or 3 times during a game, the 4th circle demons are all unique. They do different things. They change the whole game. They're kind of like mini bosses. These are the 4th circle demons that are included in the core pack, the Hellhound. And this is the Hellhound. The Hellhound's ability is that even if you're not in the same tile with it, it still attacks you. It belches fire that travels down the map and hits you wherever you are. So it's just the worst. And so you cannot avoid it. Some demons, if you stay away from them, they can't hurt you. Not the Hellhound. That guy is going to get you wherever you are. So he's a big deal. In the core game, we only have 1 demon lord. Now the demon lords, although they're huge and terrifying and do lots of things, they don't really change the map. We leave that for the 4th circle. You only worry about the demon lord's abilities when you're in the demon lord's hell time fighting him. But then, of course, it's huge. So you do have to plan ahead for how you're going to beat this particular demon lord. The demon lord we include in the core game is Bahamut. And you can see the traditional Bahamut has the skull on the wall. There's the backside. He's kind of built into the wall. And in fact, the wall, Bahamut's wall, is built into his sheet right here. So that you have a wall you can kill separately from him, and if you kill the wall, then he does less damage, and you get courage from it. But you have to kill him to win. So you're kind of torn between, should I attack the wall and get extra courage, should I attack him, whatever. Now these white spots, the demon lords have more hit points with more players. So if you're playing with 5 players, Bahamut has 15 hit points. If you're playing with 2 players, he has 9 hit points. So he's easier with less players, but he's always hard. They always roll 6 dice in combat. They're a terror, as you'd expect a lord to be. In the core game, we have 2 maps. The basic map we've got here, this is the invasion map. The demons start here and they march along the areas until they get to the exit, then they leave, and you generate doom. It's the basic map. We're going to do a playthrough of this. You'll see how it works. It's all very clear and straightforward. Also, in the core game, you get the Doomgate map. Now, the basic map, the invasion map, the Lord starts here, the heroes start there, and the demons move through it, and when they exit your start area, they cause doom. This map is in a circle. The Lord starts here, the heroes are here, and the demons move in a Widdershin circle like this. Now, when they cross from your start area, instead of exiting the map, they return to the Lord's initial area. And when they do that, they generate doom. But unlike the basic map, they don't leave the game. They're still in play, and they keep moving around and generating more doom until you kill them and adding to the invasion tokens that are spawned there. And so this is a significantly more difficult map. It makes the game more intense, more exciting, and it's like a little step up from what you had before. So that's what you get in the basic game. You get 6 heroes. all the basic demons, 2 unique force circle demons, a demon lord, and the other things you need to play the game, from dice to counters to control panels.